Good evening, ladies and germs. Now, tonight we've got, and it is Sunday the 6th of December, and we have got a fabulous, and these really are fabulous, make no mistake, Gibson Les Paul Studio in wine. They're great guitars. They've got absolutely red hot pickups in them, and so what I'll do is I'll have a bit of a noisy play, and then I'll have a bit of a quiet play and run through both pickups with the coil splits, which it usefully has, and then I will tell you as much about it as I possibly can. All right, let's have a listen. Okay, so you heard it there on a slightly distorted setting with both, first of all, the rhythm and then the treble pickup. So now, let's have a listen to it on clean, and I will play the same phrase between the centre, well, you know, I'll use the centre, the back, the front, the split, the blah blah blah, and we'll have a listen to all of them. Same phrase. Oh, now, before I start this, I did do a bit of bending there, and I think the strings are pretty fresh. So, let's press the Robots tuners, and let's see if it does its thing. It's doing its thing. There it goes. Are we all green? Yes, it went green and turned itself off as these do. The robot tuners, make no mistake about this, they are brilliant. If you're playing live and you've got all sorts going on around you, and it is so hard to tune up, unless you've got a nice big rack mount, and even then it's a faff. And all you do is press the button, strum the strings, and you're in tune. No mucking about, dead easy. Beautiful. Okay, so we will start with the none of the coil splits on, and so we'll go from treble, centre, rhythm, both split and full power. Okay, no, first full power, then split. Right, okay. The action is so low on this guitar, it's so easy to play. Into the centre. Okay, and onto the neck. My word. Okay, so the coil splits activated. Oh look, I'm playing a Strat. Into the centre. And onto the neck. Okay, so that's the pickups. Now let's have a jolly good look around the chat and I'll tell you what I possibly can. So these were made for 2015 only, and they are my favourite Gibson Les Paul Studio is my favourite guitars of all time. Because I don't like nib end binding. I know that we had that, was it 2014 where they stopped putting the nibs on? But anyway, regardless, the Studios are definitely my weapon of choice. And this iteration of them, the 2015 model, is my favourite by some distance. So let's have a look from the top to the bottom. We have got the Les Paul 100 because he would have been 100 in 2015. And it's got a silk-screened Gibson logo on the headstock there. It's got the Studio Bell type truss rod cover and a cryogenically treated brass 0 fret nut, which apparently you can adjust on the fly so that you can very instantly move things up and down if you feel the need to. Personally, I probably wouldn't bother, but there you go. So we've got a rosewood fingerboard with proper abalone or nacre pearl inlays, and the pickups. You've got a 57 Classic in the back and a 57 Plus in the front, and they are absolutely sizzling. Standard kind of stuff. You've got that aluminium style stoptail bridge and tunematic. You've got 4 speed dials, and of course the coils, as we heard, are splittable through the for crying out loud, through the volume pots there. And this one, as I say, is finished in the wine red. It's a butcher block construction, which means that the mahogany has been nailed together, and you can see that. I mean, it almost looks like binding of some sort, really, doesn't it? But you can see the difference in colour there, where the maple cap goes on the neck. I reckon. Look at that figuring. Look at the that is a glorious finish. And there's on this particular guitar, there's only one mark that I can see, and it's so tiny. I really did have difficulty getting a shot of it, and there's just a tiny right there, just above my fingernail. There's you probably can't even see it on here, but there's just the tiniest little mark, and it's like a cup, not even a centimetre. So anyway, yes, very clean, very beautiful. Around the back we have got the Robo tuners, which I absolutely adore, and Les Paul hologram, and you've got a one-piece mahogany neck, and they're full thickness, and these are, see, they're not as heavy because they've got that weight relief in them. So they're not as heavy as the Ohm Studios, which did weigh a bloody ton. But they're solid, and they've got a really healthy weight to them, but not the kind of weight that will give you a backache or neck ache if you're gigging for an hour or two. So I think that's it, really. Is that it? Oh no, there's one more thing. The other feature that was purchasable with these guitars in that year was that gold case. I really, really like the gold case. It's the toughest grade case that I've seen, made in USA from Gibson. And well, have I been through all the features? Just gonna pull this rosewood, that blah 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 blah. All the, yeah, I think so. Yeah, right, okay, right. Let's move you along, and we'll have a look at the case, because the cases are worth having a look at. Okay, so here is the for 2015 only, and why they stopped producing them then, quite frankly, is a mystery to me, because they're the best looking and easily the toughest cases that they've produced. As I say, made in the USA, and they're very practical size and shape. And in here you've got all the gubbins. You got your charger for the robo tuners in there, and in here you've got the warranty, the baby photo, and even the instructions of how to use the robot tuners, which is fabulous. And that cubby hole is really, really big for a cubby hole. You can get up, yeah, certainly you can get a lead and a strap in there, if not a small child or something. It's huge and very, very well made, plushly lined, and of course made specifically for these guitars. And that, my friends, to my eye certainly is a thing of beauty. This particular case has actually got, there's a couple of, it's hard to see on here, but there are, that I've examined it fairly thoroughly, and there's a couple of scratches or marks, but you know, you can't really tell. You can't really tell, not that much, unless you're looking specifically for it. And that, chums, is it for tonight. So thank you all ever so much for tuning in. I do hope that you enjoyed the little review there. As I say, it's the 2015. It was a sprint run, a one-off, and so these are no longer available. They came in 3 colours. The 2015 sprint run Les Paul Studios. They came in Manhattan Midnight Blue. You may recall there was one of those on here a couple of months ago. They came in, I think, yeah, Desert Burst as well, and in the wine red. And I don't have a particular favourite, because quite honestly I like all of them, but then again I'm just mad about guitars. So thanks all ever so much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon. Adios amigos. Ta-ra.